The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you. Welcome to my channel. This is Aduba channel. And please, if you haven't subscribe on this channel. I share educational content for us back home in Africa who are yearning to travel to America because we believe that America is the heaven that we need to go. And because we don't have information about these countries, we'll go to any length in order to make sure we get there. But because of internet, the people who are living there are telling us the story about what they are going through. And people are asking if this is how they want their children to come and live or there will be a better place. And the America, they preach to us that is the richest country. America has all the things that we need. When you get there, you are free. You can take care of yourself. America is not what we think it is because they are living paycheck to paycheck. They work 24/7. Like back home, they told us that when you get there, you can get like 3-4 jobs to be doing. You make money like water. It's not like Africa.
Work full time, still broke. That is the American reality. America loves to brag about being the richest country in the world. But tell me why the richest country in the world can't take care of its own people. Parents working 2-3 jobs just to keep the damn lights on. Folks getting sick and losing their homes because a hospital bill is treated like a death sentence. And don't even get me started on rent. Half of y'all are paying more for a 1-bedroom than your parents paid for their whole damn house. And the wildest part is, Americans have just accepted it. Y'all act like this shit is normal. And people will tell you that's the cost of freedom. Freedom? Freedom from what? Freedom to be broke? Freedom to live paycheck to paycheck until you die? That's not freedom, y'all. It's a scam. I just want to know when we stop clapping for this so-called experiment that's called the American dream and start demanding better. Because if your kids are destined to have less than you, then what are you working for? What's the dream then? Do you believe your kids will be better off than you? Or are we just lying to ourselves to try to make it through the week? I want to know.
How do we live in a country where people work their whole lives and then can't afford health care? I just paid a patient's Medicare deductible. I'm not telling you that to brag, and I'm not telling you that because I'm a saint, because I'm definitely not. I'm telling you that because we live in a country where people can work their entire lives and retire and then have to choose between buying groceries and paying for their health care. There was absolutely no reason for me to be in that office. I'd already been in that office once, but I somehow forgot to drop off the orders I was in there to drop off. And so as I made my way back downstairs, I stopped in and there was a couple standing at the window, and the lady told them it was going to be $154, and the lady looked at her husband and she's like, "We don't have that." And the lady was like, "I'm so sorry, we can't see you. We'll have to reschedule." And I slipped around the corner and I was like, "Do not do that to them. Don't do that. I'll pay it. Don't tell them, but I'll go to my car and I'll come pay you." And so I went back up there. It was going to be 3 weeks before they could see a surgical patient again. We have to do better.
I just came out of the shop here on Hollywood Boulevard, and the man said he's very tired. I said, "Why are you so tired?" He said, "Because I'm working 24/7. He says, "We can't afford to hire any employees to work in our store, so I'm working all the time." I said, what does it cost to hire someone here? He says $20 an hour. He said many of the shops around here, the local shops, they're hiring undocumented workers and they're paying them $10 an hour. A California employee, $20 an hour, but an undocumented employee, $10 an hour. This is what's going on in California. As I've been around Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard, many shops are closed. They're actually just boarded up. Windows are boarded up. No one's in there because no one's coming out to shop anymore. And if you do own a shop, you have to pay your employees an incredible amount of money. No wonder why Gavin Newsom said the other day that he doesn't want Trump coming into America, that he's going to protect California from Trump. He says he's going to Trump-proof California. He doesn't want anything to change because a lot of the employees here, they're undocumented workers. They're being paid $10 an hour when a citizen in California will be getting $20 an hour. In order for businesses to run, they have to hire these undocumented workers because they can pay them so cheaply. Therefore, it makes it really hard for people here in California to run a legal business and for Californians to actually get jobs.
Is anyone else completely sick and tired of living in America where you're expected to work your entire life? Like, we are not here to work. Our jobs are not our lives. Our jobs are not our purpose. Like, everyone asks me, like, what's your job? What are you doing with your life? Like, I'm just trying to save enough and get passive income so I can go travel the world and start my life. Like, everyone thinks their purpose is to work. Like, you get done with high school, then you go to college for 4 years, then you're $30,000 in debt, and then you're trying to find a job just so you can pay off that debt over the next 3 years. And then what? Then you're making enough money just to pay your mortgage and afford groceries and then pay for kids. And then before you know it, you're 60 and you're retiring and your body hurts because of your job and you didn't do anything that you wanted to do. And that's our life. That's what you're expected to do. And if you break out of that, then people are going to judge you and think you're weird or you're crazy or you're a hippie. I'm so sick of it. America needs to make a change. Something needs to change because people are not happy here. People are not living their dreams. People are not living their life. They are working. They think that their work is their life. It is not that way.
That place is not like Africa here, that you waste your time on one job. You can have a lot of things to do at a go. So at the end of the day, you make a lot of money. But now we know the reason to which they are working 24/7 without resting. Not that when they get the chance to rest, they don't want, but because of the bills that they are supposed to pay, the way the system is run, they have no other option than to make sure they continue to be working 24/7. So the system over there, like the way we believe that our system is not working, when you get there, their system is working 24-hour economy. We should wake up and we should be prepared for what we are calling for, because things over there are not the way we are having them here. Here we are living in heaven. We have the time to do everything. If you have the money, you start your home, you build a small. Then you cannot even afford what they call a land for you to even think of building. Like here, at the end of the day, when they even say they bought a house, they have to be paying mortgage. You even stretch yourself to the point that you wish you come back home. So the way they preach to us is not the way the United States of America is. If the place is a rich country and then we think of going there to make sure we better off our lives, why are their people crying, their own citizens crying? So the way they preach and project themselves to us is not the way it is. And sometimes our brothers and sisters who also go there, when they come back home, they don't tell us the reality. And some of us, when they even open up to tell us the truth concerning what is happening there, you and I will think that if the place is not good, why are they still there? Some of them wish they are back home, but because of one or two reasons, they haven't been able to establish. Others borrowed money and went there. Others also sold their property. So if they don't do all that they can to raise something before they come back home, it will be difficult. So because of that trauma and the things, they just have to continue to live in that system. And then sometimes when you call them and you're asking for help and they don't have, you don't understand that things are not the way we think they are over there. As if that place, the money is just on the floor and they are picking up. So we need to know what is actually happening there so we can take decisive decisions as to whether we want to continue to be here or we still want to go there and go through the pain and the suffering only for us to regret, and at the end of the day, we wouldn't know what we are leaving for our children. Because the houses that they build here and the things that they come back home and do, if they tell us what they are going through, you and I will not even wish to go there. And that is the reason to which I have decided to create this channel, so that we can bring awareness to our brothers and sisters who are thinking that Africa is still hell that they need to run away from. This is the best place we can ever have. This is the most wonderful place that we can ever have, with our land, with our everything. All that we need is unity among ourselves. All that we need is good leadership, like those that we have in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. So together we can make Africa a better place for ourselves and the generations to come. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world and in the United States of America.